and welcome back! Today we're doing puzzle number 32 from the Fiendish Logic Puzzle book from Puzzle Baron and Stephen P. Ryder. This one is called Shooting Stars. We've got 7 different dates where meteor showers happened. Where Jamie watched the night sky for shooting stars, and on those 7 different nights she had 7 different partners, and they saw 7 different numbers of stars, and in 7 different locations. So let's jump in. Number 1. Of the outing to Manchester and the trip with Stephanie, one was on April 17th, the other logged 30 shooting stars. So, therefore, Stephanie wasn't in Manchester, and April 17th wasn't 30 stars. Okay. The April 10th outing logged somewhat fewer shooting stars than the trip with Orville. So, somewhat fewer shooting stars. So April 10th can't be the most, Orville can't be the least, and April 10th can't be Orville. They can't be the same. Good. Alright. The trip where they saw 23 shooting stars, which wasn't on April 25th. The 2 outings with Reynaldo and Terence. The trip to Livermore. And the one on April 22nd all took place on different nights. So we have a list clue, but an incomplete one because it looks like we only have 5 out of the 7. 23. Let's see, Terence and Reynaldo and Livermore. So Livermore, okay, so let's see. April 22nd cannot be the 23 shooting stars, Livermore, Reynaldo, or Terence. And Livermore can't be Reynaldo or Terence. And April 22nd can't be Reynaldo, Terence, or Livermore. Livermore. Anything else? Alright. Neither the outing with Quinn nor the one on April 22nd was the trip to Kelowna. So, April 22nd is not Kelowna. And Quinn is not Kelowna. Now, I think this clue means that Quinn can't be April 22nd. Neither nor the one on April. I mean, if you think about it logically, I mean, it's possible that Quinn and April 22nd could be the same one as long as it's not going to Kelowna. But it says neither nor, that kind of implies that they're different. Nor the one on April 22nd. Let's just skip that for now. We'll try and get back to it. Okay. The outing to Gilmore City was 7 more shooting stars than Orville. Okay, so first off, Orville was not in Gilmore City. Alright, and we're working in increments of 7 stars. So Gilmore City is 1 more increment than Orville, so let's see, Gilmore City. If Orville was the least, then the least Gilmore City would be was 7 more than that, which would be 9, except of course Orville can't be the least, so the least Gilmore City can be is 16, and or the most Orville can be is 37, so that Gilmore City could still be 44. Correct? Quinn went along on either the Conesville or Livermore trip. That's good. Quinn has to be Livermore or Conesville. Of the trip where they saw 37 shooting stars and the April 10th outing. One was in Conesville, the other was with Terrence. So first off, 37 stars is not April 10th. Terrence is not Conesville. Is there anything else we can do with that so far? Well, we know Conesville. So Quinn is either Conesville or Livermore, and Conesville is either April 10th or the 37. But I don't think we know enough yet for that to mean anything. Okay, number 8. The April 25th trip logged somewhat fewer shooting stars than the one just 8 days earlier. Okay. Is there any pattern to the dates? No, I don't think there's any. Is there any increment to the dates, I'm wondering? It's -3 3 days pretty consistently, except for the 17th. I guess she took a week off or something. Okay. April 25th is somewhat fewer than 8 days earlier, which would be the 17th. So the 17th can't be the least, 25th can't be the most. That's all we know so far. Jamie saw 16 shooting stars in either Janesville or Livermore, but not on April 4th. So this is either Janesville or Livermore. Oh, that's Janesville. So that's 16 shooting. All right, and now Gilmore City can't be 16, so Oroville can't be 9. The outing where they saw 37 shooting stars, which wasn't on April 4th, was either the trip to Manchester or the one with Terrence, which wasn't on April 7th. Okay, that's pretty interesting because in clue number 37, 37 shooting stars is either Cone C or Terrence. And here, 37 is either Manchester or Terrence. So I'm thinking it has to be Terrence because, let's say it was Manchester. Let's say it was Manchester. That would mean it couldn't be Terrence. Or it can't be both. But then, 37 couldn't be Conesville because it would be Manchester, and it couldn't be Terrence. Same thing if it was Conesville. If it was Conesville, it couldn't be Terrence, and then it wouldn't be Manchester. So I'm going to say Terrence is our 37 shooting stars, and the April 10th is Conesville. Yeah, because it's either or Terrence, Manchester or Terrence. Good, so Terrence is the 37 shooting stars, and it's not April 7th. Where is Terrence? Okay. Or if Oroville can't be the 37th, then Gilmore City can't be the 44th. April 10th is Conesville. So it can't be Terrence. Okay, good. The outing where they saw 9 shooting stars was either to Livermore or with Nolan. So Nolan is not Livermore. The April 25 trip was either the outing with Oroville or the outing where they saw 30 shooting stars. So now Oroville can't be 30, Gilmore City can't be 37. So they can't be Terrence. In fact, 23 here, which is one of our, clue number 3, it has to either be, 23 has to either be Gilmore City or Orville, because they only have 2 options apiece. They're right next to each other. So Orville could be here and Gilmore City could be here, or Gilmore City could be here and Orville could be there. And the only other option is that Orville's here and Gilmore City's there, in which case it wouldn't be 1 increment apart. It wouldn't be 7 shooting stars apart. Therefore, this one has to be one of these, Orville or Gilmore City. And they're in different categories now, so we'll just keep that in mind. But anything that can't be either Gilmore City or Orville is eliminated. So, for example, Quinn can't be Gilmore City, so she can't be 23 shooting stars, because she also isn't Orville. And Terrence can't be 23, but we already knew that. And 23, we already know that can't be April 22nd, can't be Reynaldo, can't be Terrence, can't be Livermore. Okay. The outing with Paulette logged 21 fewer shooting stars than the one to Eastbrook, but 7 more than the trip with Nolan, which wasn't on April 10th. Whoa, that's a lot of information for 1 clue. Let's start with what's easy. So Nolan is not April 10th. Paulette is, okay, so let's draw it out. We have Paulette here. She is 21 shooting stars less than Eastbrook, but 7 more than Nolan. So Nolan is 28 less than Eastbrook. So let's see. Let's start with Paulette and Nolan. That'll be easier. So if Nolan had the very least number of stars, the least Paulette could have is 7 more than that, which is 9. Okay. Paulette can't be 30, so Nolan can't be 23. And Nolan can't be 37, so Paulette can't be 44. And Nolan can't be 44 either, because there's nothing that's 7 more than that. Now, Paulette has to be 21 fewer than Eastbrook. So if Paulette is the least that she can be, which would be 9, the least Eastbrook would be is 21 more than 9, which is 30. And if Eastbrook had the most shooting stars, 44, the most Paulette could have is 21 less than that, which is 23. So we get rid of 30 here. 21 less than that, yeah. Now, Paulette can't be 30, so Nolan can't be 23. That should be about it, right? Good. Okay, and that's our first run through the clues. The name goes at the end. Okay. Let's start back at the top. Of the outing to Manchester and the trip with Stephanie, one was on April 17th, the other logged 30 shooting stars. Let's see, so Manchester is either April 17th or 30 shooting stars. So Terrence can't be Manchester or Stephanie. So Terrence can't be the 17th. Okay, Terrence can't be the 17th because he can't be Manchester, as for clue number 10, which, by the way, and obviously he can't be Stephanie. So he can only be April 4th, 25th, or 28th, and we'll probably narrow that down even more. While we're at it, Terrence also can't be April 4th because that can't be that can't be 37th, according to that same clue, number 10. So Terrence is either the 25th or the 28th. And we know a lot about the 25th, so... Well, just so that it can't be 23, it can't be... We'll keep going. Oh, I got it. Jump all the way down to clue number 12. The April 25th trip is either Orville or the outing where they saw 30 shooting stars. Terrence saw 37, and obviously he can't be Orville, therefore he can't be the 25th. He must be the 28th. And the 37 is 28. Very good. Terrence can't be there, Terrence can't be there, Terrence can't be here. Good. And then the same thing here. Conesville, can't be Gilmore City, can't be Livermore. Very good. Okay. Speaking of, the 25th can only be Orville or 30 shooting stars. Orville's pretty narrowed down already. He can only be 23 or 16. And 23 can't be to the 25th. So the 25th can only be... Oh, no. Can only be 16 or 30. That's fine. Yeah, 16 or 30. So the 25th could be Orville here, or Quinn, Reynaldo, or Stephanie there. All right. The April 10th outing logged fewer stars than Orville. So the most Orville could be is 23. So April 10th, the most that could be is 16. Good. So April 10th can't be 23, which is one of them for clue number 3, which we're doing right now. 23 shooting stars. Reynaldo, Terrence, Livermore, and April 22nd are all different. I think we're good for now. Neither the outing with Quinn nor the one on April 22nd was to Kelowna. Gilmore City is 7 more shooting stars than Orville. Quinn must be Conesville or Livermore, so anything that Livermore can't be, she can't be. At this point, besides Conesville, at this point it's only 1x, but that's something. Oh, and look at that. Quinn can't be the 22nd. So that was taken care of. 25 is somewhat fewer shooting stars than the 17th. Oh no, wait, the 17th could still be the most. Janie saw 16 shooting stars in either Janesville or Livermore. Oh, wait. 16, yeah, Janesville or Livermore. The outing where they saw 9 shooting stars was either Livermore or Nolan. So anyone who can't be Livermore can't be 9 stars, besides Nolan, of course. So Reynaldo can't be Livermore because of clue number 3, and he obviously couldn't be Nolan, so he can't be the 9 shooting stars. Oh, I forgot to line up Conesville on April 10th. Gotta clean up that board, especially since we can eliminate another one there. This can't be the 16th. Alright, so the 9th. Could Nolan be Conesville? No. Okay, wait. So April 10th. Any things about April 10th, Nolan or Conesville? Because right now I have it that Nolan can't be April 10th, which would tell us that April 10th can't be 9, which would mean April 10th has to be 2, which is great. So which clue is it? Let's see. Nolan wasn't on April 10th. Great. So that means when the outing with 9 shooting stars must either be Livermore or Nolan. April 10th can't be Nolan, and it's Conesville, not Livermore. Therefore, April 10th cannot be 9 shooting stars. That only leaves 2 shooting stars on April 10th. Very last sentence of the last clue, by the way. So no wonder it took so long. So this can't be Nolan. There. Oh, Conesville, right here. Yes. Now Conesville. Oh, well, April 10th, somewhat fewer shooting stars than Orville. It's fewer than all of them. Okay, what was the one about Conesville? Quinn was either Conesville or Livermore. Yeah, so she could still be here or anywhere else that Livermore could be. Good for now. Anything else about Conesville? Doesn't matter. Okay, that's great. Where were we? April 25th was either Orville or 30. Actually, if it's Orville, it's either 16 or 30, because if it's Orville, it has to be 16, which would be somewhat more than the 2 for April 10th, so that's fine. And then Paulette, George logged 21 fewer stars than Eastbrook, but 7 more. Okay, so now oh, that's great. So now Nolan can't be 2 shooting stars, which means Paulette can't be 9 shooting stars. That tells us that, oh, great. So now, for the same reason we discussed before, 16 shooting stars must either be Nolan or Paulette because they're separated by 1 increment, which is 7 shooting stars. So Nolan can be here and Paulette could be here, or Nolan could be here and Paulette could be here, but the only other option would be that Nolan was here and Paulette was here, in which case they wouldn't be 7 stars apart. Therefore, and they're in the same category this time, so no one else can be 16 stars, and that eliminates Orville. That gives us our Orville as 23. Excellent. So Orville is 23. and that gives us our Gilmore City, because that's 7 more than Orville. So we have, yes, oh yeah, Gilmore City, 23 can't be Livermore, can't be, good. And Gilmore City is only, Gilmore City can't be Quinn. Can it? Oh yeah, because Quinn can only be Conesville or Livermore, so she can't be that. So, and, okay, good. So the 30 stars is now either Reynaldo or Stephanie. And over here it's Stephanie or Reynaldo. So it still could be Reynaldo, but he would have to be Manchester. Okay, what was I up to? The very last one. So Paulette is 21 fewer shooting stars than Eastbrook. But since we found our Orville, we found our Paulette, and thus our Nolan, and thus our Eastbrook. Very good. Very good. Okay. Terrence is Eastbrook. Great. Our first complete. Oh. Okay. That's lovely. Alright, I think that's another round through the clues. So the 2 shooting stars was April 10th. I don't have to write April every time, but I will for the first one. In Conesville. Then for 9 stars we have Nolan. 16 Paulette. And then Orville. Then we have Gilmore City. And Eastbrook. Then we have the 28th, Eastbrook, and Terrence. So we know something from almost every row, just except for the last one. And I'm sure we'll find it on our next go through the clues. Let's start with number 1 of Manchester and Stephanie. One is the 17th, the other is 30 shooting stars. Okay, so Manchester has to either be, and Stephanie too actually, but we'll start with Manchester. It has to either be the 17th or any date that the 30th, then the 30 shooting stars can be, so right now we're good with that. Same for Stephanie. Can't be the 10th because that's 2 shooting stars and the 10th. And Conesville. Oh, so we can get rid of that, right? So Stephanie can't be Conesville. She has to either be the 17th or the 30 shooting stars, and this is 2 and 10. Good. All right. Let's strip. Okay, Terrence Livermore. So the 23 shooting stars is now Orville. So Orville can't be Livermore. Or the 22nd. Okay. Neither Quinn nor April 27th was Kelowna. Okay. Gilmore City is 7 more than Oroville. We got that, right? Good. Quinn is either Conesville or Livermore. Conesville was 2. Well, let's see. Yeah, it could be Livermore. So that's good. 25, somewhat fewer stars than the 17th. Okay. As long as the 17th can be 44, that doesn't help us much. Okay, the 16, oh, we got it. 16 stars, aka Paulette, we know that now, is either Janesville or Livermore. Let's see. Okay, so Paulette is not April 4th because she's the 16th. She's the 16 stars. Right. Paulette can't be the 25th? Paulette. Well, I don't know if it's true that the 25th can't be Paulette, but I do know that the 25th has to either be Oroville or 30 stars, and Paulette is 16 stars, not 30, and not Oroville, so 25th can't be 16 stars, which only leaves 30 stars. Yeah, because it was either, if Oroville was the 16, then it could be 25th. But if it was 23rd, then it couldn't be 25th. So 25th is 30. Where's that? 25th is 30, not Oroville. Good. And the 25th is somewhat less than the 17th. There's only one option left with the 17th to be more than the 25th. There we go. So 25th, so the 17th saw the most stars. Quinn, Reynaldo, Stephanie. Good. Eastbrook in Gilmore City. Good. Okay, good. And we got Eastbrook, we got Eastbrook, we got Nolan, we got Paulette. Okay, good. Livermore can't be Nolan. So we know what Nolan is now, so that can't be Livermore. Livermore can only be Paulette or 44. Oh, but the 9 stars. The outing where they shot 9 stars. Oh, the outing where they saw 9 shooting stars is either Livermore or Nolan. We already know it's Nolan because it has to be 7 less than Paulette, and Paulette was 16. So 9 shooting stars is Nolan, not Livermore. So Nolan, not Livermore. Good. Right. I think that's the end of the list. We'll start at the top. First, I'll fill out the board a bit. 17, 28, 25, Conesville, Gilmore City, Eastbrook, Terrence. Good. Good. Number 1 of the outing to Manchester and the trip with Stephanie. One was April 17th, and one logged 30 shooting stars. We now know that the 17th is 44 stars. So Stephanie and Manchester are either, Stephanie and Manchester are either 44 stars or 30 stars. Not 9 stars, 23. Let's see, April 17th or 30. And 30 is Gilmore City, not Manchester. So Gilmore City is Stephanie. And the 17th is Manchester. Stephanie is 30. Right. Great. So now Quinn and Reynaldo are our last two left. Quinn is, I know it says what city's Quinn. Quinn is either Conesville or Livermore. Right now her options are Conesville or Manchester. Obviously, it has to be Conesville. And that means Manchester is Reynaldo. And Reynaldo, let's see, so we have Quinn, we have April 10th, Quinn and Conesville. And then Reynaldo, Manchester, and 17, 44, and 2, respectively. I forgot to mention how many shooting stars there were. That's the whole point. Oh, and that only leaves oh, well, we know Stephanie's the 25th, but nice to have the confirmation from the board. All right, now Livermore can only be the 16th. That's good. Yes, 16 was either Janesville or Livermore. In fact, okay, there it is. Okay. Okay. The trip. Okay, so April 22nd. It can't be Livermore. Therefore, it must be the 9. That's Nolan. Good. Means Orville must be April 4th. Good. That's all that's left. And the 16th, which is Livermore, must be April 7th. 7, 22, 4. Good. Now, Kelowna can't be April 22nd. So it must be the 23 shooting stars, which is the 4th. And then that only leaves Janesville as a number 9 on the 22nd. And that should be everything. Okay, we have enough to solve it, so let's fill out the board. April 10th, Conesville, Quinn. 2 shooting stars. 9 shooting stars is the 22nd, Janesville, Nolan. 16 shooting stars is the 7th, Livermore, and Paulette. The 23 shooting stars is the 4th, Kelowna and Orville. Then 30 shooting stars on the 25th, Gilmore City and Stephanie. 37 shooting stars on the 28th in Eastbrook with Terrence. And finally, 44 shooting stars on the 17th in Manchester with Reynaldo. So let's check our answers. Okay, let's see. Okay, so 10, 22, 7, 4, 25, 28, 17, good. Coonsville, Janesville, Livermore, Kelowna, Gilmore City, Eastbrook, Manchester, good. Quinn, Nolan, Paulette, Orville, Stephanie, Terrence, Reynaldo. We got it. All right. So now I quickly finish up the board, and I use this time to thank you again for watching. Please like the video if you'd like to. Have you ever seen a shooting star? I think I have only once on a walk with my mother and my sister missed it. What would you wish for in a shooting star? Tell me in the comments, and please tell me if you have any particular puzzles in this book that you need help with, or any other logic puzzles in other books I'd be willing to take a crack at. I take requests down in the comments. Okay, Kelowna is Orville. Yes, it is. So Orville, Kelowna, Manchester. And voila, we're all done. Thank you so much for watching.